Welcome to another episode of the Carlito Monroe Show. I'm your host, Carlito Monroe, and I've misplaced my cell phone. I want to do this show. It's kind of an impromptu show. I didn't plan on doing it, but saw this video and I just thought it'd be a good video to upload and people take a look at. Anybody's watching any of my videos, they got an idea how I feel about Kanye West and different things he's doing, and then in some of my other videos I question what was his plan, or if there's a plan, or is he just being like he usually is, kind of just bouncing all over the place. So it's some footage of him that's he's got an interview where he's talking to somebody, and he's not holding anything back. He's naming names. Usually when somebody naming names, there's no going back. So I think at this point, if Kanye were to apologize, it wouldn't make any difference. He's, as far as the powers that be are concerned, he's going down on this one. So, but I came across this video, and I'm kind of do a little reaction video on it. Probably won't say a whole lot of anything. Probably just kind of let it play and kind of throw in my little viewpoints here and there. But I got my social media information at the bottom. All of them saying Carlito Monroe Show. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Whenever I upload new content, you'll be the first to know. But let me go ahead and get this video started here. See if I got it right.
So, and to this date, right? Y'all done seen everything be proven. I got kicked out of the banks. Ari Emanuel asked all these businesses to stop doing business with me. Now, yeah, I was in negotiation with Adidas because that was my issue. They were getting lawyers to sign over my IP, different things without me being aware of it, like people signing on my behalf. And this is part of the problems I had with Adidas. So now the world has got to see how Adidas was as a partner. The fact that they would attempt to steal my designs. And that's happened a lot in history, right?
Right.
But now y'all get to see it in real life. And that's the difference. Let's read this Harley text out loud when he was threatening me, forcing me to apologize, about the frustration. And no one ever said, okay, this is what you're doing. Even the fact that TMZ is going to say Kanye West, right? And my name is legally Ye now. It's always some form of disrespect. No matter if you're the richest black man or what happens. What's up, bro? You part of this?
Sorry, it's ballet.
This what?
It's ballet. It's looking right now. Oh, ponte un poquito atrás.
Ya, por favor, gracias.
Gracias. Thanks.
Just go over there, man. We don't need you. It's just that he was a part of the whole making noise over there.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me read these Harley texts. This is how he was threatened. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of
Canadian
hammers
intelligence
that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? But even though...
Yeah, that's crazy. He says his Hollywood trainer is telling him, you apologize. You're going to talk to me without cursing. We're going to do this, and then you're going to go back into some mental ward or something. We're going to just drug you up. And I don't even know if any of this is even true, but it would not surprise me if it is.
They ended the deals. And you know, Farrakhan said, hey, you know, did he really ever have it? Let me explain to Farrakhan what that meant. I mean, my contract for Adidas was for 4 more years. My royalty was $500 million a year. That's what I meant when I said the $2 billion was lost in a day. Because of the negotiation with Adidas, I wanted to negotiate something where it's like, okay, you guys, you'll take the Yeezy, but we still get the royalties. And people saw it's like when we dealt with George Floyd, different things, I'm the one put the money up. You know what I'm saying? I put $2 million. I always support it in every one of these situations. So you think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? When my kids go to Sierra Canyon, it's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, YSL belt buckle. Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking. Like, y'all are interested for some reason.
It's weird how he lays out all these different things he's done, and then he says, well, we're interested for some reason. You're famous. You're a star that's basically, it appears that you're cracking under pressure and you're crazy. And don't get me wrong, I truly believe that Hollywood does things like this. You know, when they can't control you how they want to control you, they do different things. I get that, and that's highly possible. But it's almost like he's trying to claim he's the second coming of Jesus. You know what I mean? It's like he's trying to claim, you know, that, oh, well, God put me in this position to set this up, to do this a certain way. And I'm not a religious person, but I just find that hard to believe that you're the second coming. You're not powerful like that. Yeah, you can make a song here and there and make some beats or whatever, but you know Jesus Christ. Stop it. You know Jesus Christ. And if you had so much sight into how things are going, why would you go have kids with a socialite that became famous from basically a porn tape with having sex with a black dude, another famous black dude? Why would you make that your wife and have kids with her? So you put your own potential kids that you were going to have in harm's way by choosing a poor mother to have babies with. So now you're talking about, well, my kids are at a school and they're being taught this and they shouldn't be this. Why did you have kids with her? Why did you marry her? You know, they say hindsight is 20/20, but you know, he had none of that. He had absolutely none of that. And I don't want to say he's off his rocker. I don't know what he is. I mean, he's reported, you know, that he had issues in the past. I've said this in other videos, but I still don't like the guy. I mean, it doesn't even have anything to do with him, you know, things he said, you know, recently. The George Floyd thing, but I mean, I've said from the beginning why I didn't like him is simply because he said that slavery was a choice. Now, I was never in slavery and my mother wasn't in slavery. I don't believe my grandma. I don't think it went back that far. But it's still, that's the one thing that black people have that was a thing that went on with us. It was a situation that went on, and for him to just dismiss it, like, you know, and then more recently, he also said something about Harriet Tubman. Come on, man. He's all over the place. And now it seems like to me, he's trying to claim he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. That's what I'm getting from where he's talking now. And all that happened was you lost some endorsements because you said something against those people. You know what I'm saying? You said something against some people's religion, and those particular people happen to be in charge, and you work for them or work with them some kind of way, and they didn't want to do business with you anymore. Simple as that. That's what it comes down to.
And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize,
And they probably should.
They could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
But they can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name. It's
Here's the thing, and everything he's saying that they can control him, they can't control him. Even they had him under a level of control, but now he's out of control. You know what I mean? He's saying whatever he wants to say. He's doing whatever he wants to do. I get that. And these people that he named, and yeah, they, the powers that be are controlling them. But it still comes down to you follow the paper trail. The things that Shaq said, Jay-Z, the different people he's named, it's because of money. It's always because of money. Do I feel like Shaq actually believes the stuff he said about Kanye and Kyrie? Do I believe it? I don't know. I don't know. He may even agree with some of the stuff he said, but he cannot say it because he works for the powers that be, and he'll be in the same boat as them. And that's what it comes down to. It's really standing up for something you feel is right. And I don't feel like Kyrie really did something that was really wrong. He just referred a documentary. You know what I mean? But they looked at it as it was offensive and it was wrong. Then, all right, that's what it is. And Kyrie works for them and they don't like it and they had a right to say so. That's how it is. But he's saying he's not scared to name names and he is out of control right now. And not just control of them, but even control of himself. I'm thinking at this point, I don't think anything's going to happen to him. There's people saying, oh, well, with Kanye West, somebody's going to end up hurting him and he might get, something happened to him. They're going to end up killing him or something. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's the case. I believe they'll let him keep doing whatever he's doing. And eventually he'll get tired of it because he'll see nothing is becoming of it. Nothing's happening. He'll see the train has stopped moving. He's going to see the car is no longer driving. And then he'll make some music and he'll be quiet. Like I said before, make some music, be quiet. And then he may apologize or something if he wants to get back to that status. If not, he'll stay where he's at. He said net worth $400 million. He still has money. But I seen something the other day where they were talking about the financial people with the amount of money he has coming in compared to the amount of money he has going out of the door. They said within 6 months he won't necessarily be broke, but he'll be under 100 million, and his cash flow will be way down, and he'll be back. He'll still be rich. He won't be common folk, but he won't be who he is now, and he won't have the security and won't have this and won't have that, and then his voice will go from being a big voice, because right now his voice is still a large voice. People is interested. People want to listen. I put this video up. I'm saying it's interesting right now, but eventually his voice is going to go away and nobody's going to care. So he's really burning every bridge he can, even including somebody who helped him get in the game, Jay-Z. He threw Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce under the bus. He is out of control. He's admitting that.
up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan,
He says up.
But the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slights from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no.
I'm led to believe he's not in the U.S. right now. He may be. I mean, I don't know for sure. The interviewers, the people that ask him questions, they sound like they're foreign. But it could be in the U.S. I don't know. But he's talking like it's up, and people that say it's up is usually somebody off the street. He's talking to street lingo right now, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. And he's saying him and Farrakhan need to talk about it or whatever. And I don't think he should even be questioning Farrakhan. Farrakhan is the closest to a black leader we have. I'm not Muslim, and people that are not, but as far as black people go, Farrakhan is the highest of all high as far as a leader that we have right now. And to disrespect him, even by saying, you know, he take that as a slight, and he's not taking it from anybody, is disrespectful. If anything, he should be like, yeah, I want to chop it up with him and see what he can, you know, see what they can put something together or just have a conversation. But the way he's tough talking, like, nah, he need to straighten out what he said about me, or else, you know, he says up for everybody. I mean, the man is out of control.
No slice to nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
He says his mother was sacrificed, yet your mother wanted plastic surgery and you paid for it. I mean, here's the thing. Surgery is there's good and bad. There's danger in surgery because anytime you're put to sleep and you have surgery, your heart may not necessarily be able to handle the surgery, the stress on your body or whatever they're cutting on. And his mother had a heart attack. So was that a sacrifice, or was it you paying and getting your mother plastic surgery? She didn't have to have that. Why couldn't she just be who she is? Why couldn't she just have the gut that she had? Why couldn't she just have the sagging breasts or the flat buttocks? Why you just can't be who you are? Why are people so unhappy with their own being, who they are? Why is everybody so unhappy? But I blame him for that. I don't blame it was a sacrifice, but I don't know. Maybe it was a sacrifice. I don't know.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right?
I don't even agree with that. He's saying Michael Jordan's dad was a sacrifice. Maybe this is my opinion, and it could be totally wrong. I know Michael Jordan's a big gambler, and then even around that time, it was rumored that, you know, he owed some big money and he didn't pay it in time, and then they did something to his dad. Whoever it was, I don't know who it was. But that was a rumor at the time. But let Kanye tell it, or it was sacrifice, or ye sacrifice.
Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing.
Yeah, of course.
Feels like it might be a lot.
I wouldn't say it was a sacrifice though, but even if it is, you're going to go that route. Maybe it's the sacrifice of fame. Maybe that's the deal that these people made to be famous. You know, you always heard that there's people making deals with the devil to become famous, or, you know, to be a big actor or singer or whatever. And I don't even know if that's true. Like I said, I'm not religious. I don't even believe you can make a deal with your soul or none of that. But it's, you know, growing up watching movies and shows, that's always been a thing that like it's possible for you to make a deal with your soul, make a deal with the devil to be famous or whatever. And maybe that was a deal they made. You know, maybe that was something that happened and that was the payment, you know. But I mean, maybe that was the sacrifice. Maybe there was something to it. But he's saying it's like Hollywood did it. You know, Hollywood's like, oh, we're going to take your kid, or you're going to take your dad. Now you can be famous. Like, it had nothing to do with Michael Jordan being this great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood had nothing to do with that, but he threw that in there anyway. But if you're going to throw that in there, I would think it'd be more on the religious side that these people made deals with the devil for, you know what I'm saying, for that to happen, more so than some Hollywood sacrifice.
Out of that, in order to control, traumatize, they want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important than thinking in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to
Why did he put Lil Boosie in there?
y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't agree with what he's saying, and I'm not a fan of the guy anyway. So I kind of would be a little biased about the different things, but yeah, man. I mean, he say he's never killed anybody, so he's free to say whatever he wants to say, and you know what? He's probably right. There may be something to that. He probably does have the right to say whatever he wants to say. It's freedom of speech, supposedly. But they also have the right to fire you. They also have the right to that they don't want to do business with you anymore. And that's what's pretty much going on. Yeah, and but that's what he's had to say in this interview here. He named names. He called out Shaq, Jay-Z. He's burning every bridge he can think of that he's burning, and he's saying it's up, and he's even said something about Minister Farrakhan, and I don't like how he approached that either. But maybe they'll work it out. I don't know. But yeah, if you like videos like this and different shows, I do different things. Entertainment news videos, reaction videos. I'm just a big ball of entertainment that I could put in on the show. You like what you saw, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when I upload new content, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's your boy, Carlito Monroe. Peace.